Bitcoin saw a huge dump yesterday below the $63,000. Eventually we came up and we closed the daily candle above the $64,000 support. So this is looking very strong for Bitcoin. Today I will have a look at Bitcoin on several time frames because I see a lot of interesting formations for Bitcoin occurring on the chart. We are seeing a lot of interesting news coming in, and also the Ethereum and the Bitcoin ETF are showing some interesting data. Later in the video I will also talk about the two altcoins Ethereum and XRP. So watch this video all the way to the end to be updated about the markets. Like this video and let's dive right into the charts. Bitcoin has been trading in this huge range on the daily time frame, and we can see a lot of interesting horizontal support and resistance level occurring for Bitcoin. We can see this beautiful retest of this $64,000 support. We can see a lot of touch points in the past as support and resistance, and this $64,000 support is showing strength again after multiple times already. And yesterday it looked like we fell below this support, but Bitcoin showed some strength and we closed the daily candle above the $64,000. So that's exactly what we wanted to see. And now we want to see a revisit of this topside resistance again at around $68,000, and eventually we want to see a break because we are still in this beautiful uptrend on the daily time frame, and we want to see a continuation of the bullish momentum. Yeah, let's see if Bitcoin can bounce from this level, because we don't want to see a bearish break, of course, because then we have to aim for lower levels, and the first big support then will be around the $60,000. So we have to aim for higher prices, and let's see if we can revisit this $68,000 resistance. Yesterday I've been talking about this formation on a 4-hour chart. We can see multiple touch points here in the past as resistance and support. Yesterday we fell below this support and it looked very bearish. And yeah, this support was holding strong first, but now we are breaking below it. And we can also see a bearish retest happening for Bitcoin. So we broke the support, we retested this support as resistance. And now we are seeing a big rejection. So from this point of this bearish retest, you could also enter the market in a short, and then you can aim for lower target, as I'm always saying. So let's see what Bitcoin is going to do. And of course, we all want to see that Bitcoin is going to regain this resistance area with a lot of strength, and then retest it as support again and aim for higher targets. And that will have a bullish effect on the market, of course. But this lower side formation is the next big support for Bitcoin, and that will be around the $62,000. So for now, yeah, we have to be a little bit patient for what Bitcoin is going to do in the coming days. But it's we are seeing a big rejection from this resistance now, so we have to aim for lower prices again. And despite having a bearish day, the Bitcoin ETF saw a very bullish day actually. We saw an inflow of more than $50 million into the Bitcoin ETFs, and it was very bullish. We can see a lot of outflows here in some Bitcoin ETFs. Of course, BlackRock was buying like crazy, and we also saw a very fresh inflow into the Bitcoin ETF of Grayscale with an inflow of $191 million. So that is insane. And this is looking very good for Bitcoin actually. And if we have a look on the total spot ETF cumulative inflow, we can still see we are on the rise, and we're making all-time high after all-time high. So this is very beautiful to see. And let's see if we can reach this $20 billion target in the future soon. And of course that also will have a very bullish price effect on the Bitcoin price. And if we have another look on the 4-hour time frame, we can also see that there is still a CME gap open at the $57,800. So yeah, it could also be possible that Bitcoin is coming back down, close this gap, and then eventually, of course, we want to see a bounce and continue the uptrend. So yeah, keep in mind that this CME gap is still open, and Bitcoin could also see this CME gap getting closed. So let me know in the comments what you think. Is this CME gap getting to close or not? I personally believe we're not going to close this CME gap, because sometimes the CME gap just leaves open, and we're just aiming for high targets. But a lot of people are trading around these gaps. Personally, I'm not a fan of trading around these gaps because it's just one bad indicator. So, but keep in mind that it's of course possible that we're going all the way back down to this $57,800 target and close the gap. And from there, we have to aim for higher targets. And of course, we can also break below it and then aim for lower targets. So keep in mind that this gap is still open. And another chart I've been talking about is this rising broadening wedge for Bitcoin on a 4-hour time frame. We can see Bitcoin was rising in this formation, and a rising wedge is a typical bearish bias pattern, because we are seeing a rising wedge but we are seeing diminishing highs, and that means that the highs are getting less exponential to the top side. So eventually we're going to see a bearish break just like we did yesterday. We broke the support and we retested this as resistance perfectly, and now we are coming back down. So this is looking a little bit more bearish than bullish, and of course we want to see a regain of this formation, and eventually we want to invalidate this formation so that Bitcoin is just coming further back up But for now we are seeing a bearish retest happening for Bitcoin in this broadening wedge, and we have to aim for lower targets. So we want to see more strength coming into the markets, but we have to be a little bit patient for now and what is going to happen for Bitcoin in the coming day. But once you're in doubt, you have to zoom out, and if we have a look on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, we can see this beautiful bull flag occurring, and we are seeing a big rise from the bear market lows, and now we're already consolidating for a lot of weeks here now in this formation, and this bull flag formation is almost breaking out to the top side, but we can also see a little bit of a rejection. But if this bull market is going to break to the top side, we will see a next exponential move to the top side, and it will send Bitcoin to new all-time highs. And if this bull flag breaks bullish, then we are going to see the next exponential leg up for Bitcoin. Yesterday we also saw an interesting news coming in because MicroStrategy bought another 11.4 million in Bitcoin, and it holds now 226,500 Bitcoin. So this is insane, of course, and Michael Saylor is one of the biggest bulls I know in Bitcoin. And Michael Saylor was also saying that MicroStrategy is going to raise $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin. So this is going to be very bullish. And this is just one player on the market. So for instance, if a lot of big companies are going to buy Bitcoin, then the bull cycle will continue and a lot of companies will start to buy into the markets. And that will of course have a very bullish effect on the price of Bitcoin. So in my opinion, we are going to see a lot of bullish price action in the coming months. But for now we have to be a little bit patient that this bull flag is going to break out. And if we have a look at the Ethereum ETF inflows, we saw a bullish day yesterday because we saw an inflow of more than 26 million into the Ethereum ETF. We can see BlackRock is buying their Ethereum like crazy, and this was a positive day after a negative day already. And if we have a look at the chart of Ethereum, we can see Ethereum was currently breaking below this support level because we saw this support level had multiple touch points in the past as resistance and support, and we broke below it. And now we're retesting it as resistance, as we can see here. And this resistance is a little bit too strong, so we're seeing a little bit more downside. And my buy orders are still here at the lower side of this range. And if this range is getting hit, my buy orders are also getting hit, and I will be entering the market. And I have a lot of more exposure to Ethereum, and that will be around the $2,900. Yeah, we could maybe see a similar price movement like this, that we're coming back down, and that we eventually are going to regain this area and then see more topside. But for now, Grayscale is selling a lot of their Ethereum on the market, and that is having a negative price effect on the price of Ethereum. But we can also see the daily chart of Ethereum like this. We can see a lot of touch points on the lower side as support, and this is looking very strong for Ethereum. But we also see this downward sloping resistance line with multiple touch points here as resistance. And eventually this price is getting squeezed into this apex. But the apex is due in the middle of September. But of course we want to see a break before this apex is getting reached, and we want to see a bullish break to the top side. And if we're going to break this pattern to the top side, the big first target will be the top side of the formation, and that will be around the $4,000. So let's see if Ethereum can break this formation and aim for this breakout target of $4,000. Another interesting altcoin I've been talking about is XRP. I've been talking about this huge falling wedge for XRP. We can see a lot of touch points here, and this falling wedge was forming, and eventually we were breaking out to the top side. And I was saying that to you that we are seeing a breakout target of 65 cents because it is confluent with the top side of the formation, and we reached it exactly. And you could have made a very impressive short if you're shorting this top side target. And we are seeing a big rejection from this point. And if we have a look on the weekly time frame, we can also see a very big rejection from this weekly resistance. We can see multiple touch points here in the weekly formation as resistance. And currently we are seeing a big rejection. So let's see if XRP is coming back down all the way to this lower side support, and that will be around the 42 cents, or that XRP is going to break this top side formation, retest the resistance as support, and then we can aim for higher targets. But the real breakout will happen once a weekly candle is closed above this resistance area. So we can see a lot of wicks happening here in the past, and we thought that we were going to break out, but eventually we came all the way back down and saw a rejection. So let's see what XRP can do in the coming months. But eventually, when XRP is going to break either bullish or bearish, we're going to see an exponential move for XRP. I hope you find this video useful. Give me a follow on my socials, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.